What's up? You got your boy Direct, aka Native Shades, reminding you to like and subscribe and to hit that notification. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to be notified if the video's out. But today we're going to be talking about the notorious MPC 5000 and why it's so dope. Now, of course, you got its hard disk recording, and you got the built-in synthesizer in the unit, but it's actually the layout. The layout of the MPC 5000 is so comfortable when it comes to making and arranging your beats, or just programming the synthesizer or anything like that. Like, let me show you something. I got this beat here. Or anything like that. Like, let me show you something. I got this, or anything like that. Like, let me show you something. I got this beat here. Let me just go to the program. I don't know if you can hear it. It's a little drum beat, right? And let me go into, I'm gonna load up a synth patch real quick. Let me load up a bass. Let me see. Gotta remember how to do this. Sometimes when you ever not use a machine for a minute, and then when you go to the machine, you ever not use a machine for a minute, and then when you go to it, you're trying to remember how everything works. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Let's scroll down to the synthesizer section. Do it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I did something crazy. Okay, I see what's going on. Gotta put it on program. All right. Now let me go down now, and I'm gonna load up a bass. It could be any bass. Let me classic bass. You know what? I'll just take the first one. Let me see. Do it. I'm gonna go to the main page. Then we go to a free track. C5. I'm gonna go to my bass program and just show you guys. Let me just press the synthesizer section. The I think it's F6. Yeah. Let me just see. Yeah, we'll stay here on. I'm on bank B, so the sound's a little bit brighter, but basically the layout of everything, as you can see, is just so well laid out. You know what I mean? You have all your functions here. On your basic page, you have your 3 oscillators, which can change you could say the pitch and the vibration of the sound. You have your X modulation wheel, which is sort of like FM synthesis, where you could blend oscillators together, like the oscillator 1 with oscillator 2. You have your filter on the second row, and the filter settings as far as the resonance and the envelope cutoff and everything. And on the last row, you got your envelopes, your attack, decay, sustain, and release. And to tell you the truth, this pretty much is all you need. You can do everything you need to do on this page for the most part. But on the other pages, I'll show you real quick. You do have your other features, like on this oscillator page, the voltage controlled oscillators. You got your different waveforms. You have your tuning. You have your LFO. You have your ring modulation, your LFO sync, and another FM kind of synthesis thing going on. Now, the cool thing about it is everything is tied in with the Q knobs. Like if I turn the Q knob, it turns, it affects the sound here. It affects, I mean, if I, like the Q knob, if I turn the Q knob, it affects the setting, right to the left, and everything is basically organized. The Q knobs are all organized like with the unit. So that's the dope part, the Q knobs and the sliders. On the, let me see, the voltage control, the filters, you got your cutoff filters, your filter resonance, you got your key cutoff and everything. Um, the key cutoff is when you're pressing the keys. The key cutoff. Okay, let's go check that out. Yeah. You know, you got your key cutoff and everything. The key cutoff is basically whether the how the filter affects the keys. Like if you press the keys, will so you have the key cutoff, which is basically how the filter affects the keys. Like, will it rise or fall depending on how you press the key, or will it remain the same? You know what I mean? Let me see if I can give you an example. Well, I don't actually have a filter. So you have the key cutoff, which basically is how the filter will affect the keys. Will it rise or fall depending on how you press the keys, or will it stay the same? You have your envelopes underneath. Let me see. On the amplifier, the voltage control amplifier section, you have your amp levels for the velocity, the key to LFO, your program levels, your stereo spread, whether you want it to stay as far as the you have your stereo spread, which is basically the position of the oscillators you're using, whether you want it to be centered or spread out stereo, you know, in that kind of style. You have your envelopes underneath, your LFO. On the LFO section, you got your different waves. Um, you have your your sync functions, your syncing the LFO, fade in, fade out, your different rate levels, your retrig. You have your retrig section, which basically controls whether the LFO effect will just stay in the background, or in, you know, all the time the LFO effect will be in the background, or do you want it to only come on when you press a key or something, when you trigger it. Let me see. On the master levels, you got your mono or your stereo, as far as your if you want, you know, the MPC to run. Like right now it's well, the sound, you really can't hear it well because it's let me see. There you go. If you want my bad, if you want your so on the master page, you have your mono or your stereo, as far as like what kind of transmission you want on the sound. Mono is, of course, one key. Even though you press two keys, you hear one. But if it's on if it's And on the master page, you have your, as far as how you want your sound to transpose, you have mono or poly. So mono is one key. It doesn't matter what key. If you press two keys at the time, still you're gonna hear it mono, just one. And if you turn to poly, you get to use all the polyphony. The MPC 5000 has, I think, 64 polyphony, so you get to use it. You got your legato glide. If you hold down one note, basically, the legato basically pitches it up, how, and if you, let me see if I can get here. It basically pitches up the sound. You got your random range, your pitch bend, your mod wheel, your filters, as far as the vibrato, the VIB, as far as how the modulation affects it, your filters at the bottom, your aftertouch effect on the bottom, as far as how the oscillators affects the AFT, the aftertouch, and the filter affects the aftertouch. So you got so many options, and sometimes it could be like daunting to some folks. But to tell you the truth, on the basic page, it gives you everything that you need to kind of get busy. You know what I'm saying? So like how we have this beat running here, let's do something like, already on the sound, I could tell the sound is a little bit too loud. So already on the sound, I could tell so pretty much it could be a little bit daunting, but pretty much on the basic page, you have pretty much everything that you need. Like, already. You're almost there. With so many options, it could seem daunting. But pretty much on the basic page, you have everything you need to do your basic synthesis. Like, you don't really need to go to all the other pages unless you really need to go to all the other pages. You can do everything on this first page. That's I love the way the unit is laid out. Like how I got a beat running in the background. Like what I like to do usually is I'll play something to the beat, like loop something with the beat, like how I like to do it is I'll loop something with the beat, record it and have it play back with the beat, and then change like as far as the settings and then so how I like to do it is I like to play something, to the beat, record it on the sequence, have it play back, and then start messing around with the synthesizer and the sounds and getting it the way I want. Like, I'll come up with a melody, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, we're just gonna go something simple, all right? So let's go. Let me see. Okay, so sounds pretty horrible. But now I want to change it up. So I already know the filter section controls how bright or dull a sound is. So I'm gonna put a low pass. change the sound. Okay. Let me just lower the program level. It's kind of loud. Or at least I thought I could. Oh, I have record on. Oh, my bad. Okay. So let me go to the as far as the oscillators and bring that down also. And turn the other oscillators off. Let me see, I'll take out the resonance. So at first, this could seem pretty daunting. It could be like, man, so many options, what to choose. But in reality, this basic page actually gives you everything that you need to, that you need to start tweaking your sounds. Like, you don't really need to go to all the other different menus, unless you really need to go to all the other different menus. But for the most part, you can do everything on this first page. Like, I'm gonna play a melody. Well, I'm gonna play a bass melody real quick. Let me just see something. Okay, let me play something here. Oh, that might have been in reverse. Let me try some. Okay, so now the MPC 5000 works in subtractive synthesis. So the basic, ideology of it is you taking away things you don't want. So like how I don't want this high pitch, I'm gonna go to the modulation section and kind of like lower it a bit. Like, kind of like how I don't want this high pitch. So I'm gonna go to the filter section, go to a low pass filter, and take it down, pitch it down, or dull the sound. Since the sound is too bright, we'll lower it a bit. Kind of loud. The resonance gives it a boost, so I'm gonna take the boost down. And you just start shaping your sound. As far as the X modulation here, it's kind of like an FM synthesis where you blend in the first oscillator with the second. So if I do it, just kind of, just monitor and see what kind of sound it comes up with when you blend them. All right. Kind of sounds like it doesn't sound like a bass anymore. Take down the program level a bit. Well, actually, just double check the program I'm on. Okay. Let me see. Let me bring it back up a little bit. Or take it down a bit. My bad. Still want it to kind of sound like a bass. Let me change the envelope attack as far as when it attacks. Bring the res down a little bit more. So something like this, you know what I mean? Actually, let it modulate a little bit more. Yeah. And yeah. So yeah, pretty much something like this. Just go to the synth section here and just bring it down a bit. And yeah, kind of like shape the bass to how you want it to be. And yeah, kind of shape the bass to how you want it. And yeah, basically that's it. But you can pretty much get everything done on the main synthesizer page, and you have enough But yeah, you could pretty much do a lot of what you need to do on this main page here. And you have enough to start shaping the sound the way you pretty much need it to be. You know, you can get kind of crazy with it. You know what I mean? So So this is your boy Direct aka Native Shades, reminding you to like and subscribe. And I'm signing off. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can really do everything you need to do on the main page. You know, you got all the settings that you really need, but it's always great to have all these other options, you know what I'm saying, if you really want to shape up your sound. So yeah, that's why the MPC 5000 to me is so dope. So this is your boy Direct aka Native Shades, reminding you to like and subscribe, and I'm signing off.